Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you had a good day today. My Kentucky Wildcats, oh boy. We didn't do too well today, did we, in the tournament? My tripod is not sitting quite right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to kind of level it out a little bit. I don't know. Weird little tripod, and it has its moments, I guess. So we do have a little bit of information that we go over before we start ripping into things tonight. So let's get rolling with that up first. Feedback 100% automated on eBay. And you know I do that just so you don't ever have to wait on me, right? Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And of course, the second message there, and the far more important of the two, is to say thank you. I do appreciate you spending part of your Saturday evening with me, hanging out here, breaking some cards to see what we can find. This is a list of things that we're going to be doing over the course of the next few days. Although, that doesn't quite look right, does it? No, it doesn't. I think I grabbed the wrong thing. I don't know why I grabbed the wrong. I think I have the wrong. This is like not the right spreadsheet, I don't think, actually. Yeah, because this is not. Hang on a minute. Whoops. Something there doesn't quite look right, because we should be seeing the one that looks like tomorrow. So let's check something out here. I think I've got the wrong thing opened up. Sorry, guys. Bear with me here for a moment while I try to figure out what is happening. I thought it was all set up. And as it turns out, maybe we're not. I know. I just have to jump in here and find out what actually got loaded up, and I'll be able to tell you in just 1 second if somehow we got the wrong thing here opened up, I believe. All right, let's try this. Let's try this one more time and see if we can get the right thing up there this time, perhaps. There we go. That's a little more like it. All right, so let's get the old one out of the way, and now back to our regularly scheduled programming. So now we're looking at what's coming up in the next few nights. So tomorrow night is an off night. Monday night we'll do another case of Valiant Baseball and a second case of National Treasures Football. Tuesday will be a half case of Heritage Baseball. It's the back half of the case for those of you who care about that sort of thing. On Wednesday, we're going to open 4 boxes of 2018 Origins Football first off the line. I only have 4 boxes of it, so we're just going to put them together and do a quick little break with it. And Wednesday is the release day for 2019 Inception Baseball and for 1819 Cornerstones Basketball. We'll be opening both of those by the full case on Wednesday night. Thursday, an Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseball inner case, which has 3 autographed baseballs in it. We're going to open 2019 Leaf Draft Football in the Hobby Blasters. It's a little different than the regular blasters because we get an extra hit per box. So we're actually going to end up with 60 total hits in that break, and the hits are packaged separately. That's all we'll open in the break itself. The packs of base cards will stay sealed, and each bidding position will just get a handful of those along with whatever cards you might hit in the break itself. Then Valiant Baseball again and National Treasures Football again. So that's what we look like for the days ahead. For tonight, we don't have any free shipping breaks. Everything we're opening is a paid shipping break tonight. Encased Football is going to be up first. Select Basketball will be after that. I'm anticipating the cards from both breaks should be on the way to you on or before Tuesday the 19th. What that means is this: if everything goes really well, it might get out to you faster than Tuesday. If something goes off the rails, it might be a day later. If it goes about like I expect, it would be Tuesday. Now, Select Basketball, every team is going to pull cards. You do not need to worry about consolation cards there. However, in Encased Football, if your team does not pull a card, you are going to get some consolation cards in the mail. They will ship out with the rest of the break since this is a paid shipping break. So, first up, an 8-box case of 2018 Encased Football. This is a full case break. It is break number 3. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Saturday night, the 16th of March. And, of course, team names are on the left-hand side. And your eBay username is up in lights across from your team if you happen to be the lucky winning bidder for tonight. Now, of course, the spreadsheet you're looking at here is for Encased. We will put up a new one when we do Select Basketball, which will be coming up right after we handle Encased Football. You're going to notice that the background goes out of focus here by a little bit, and that is by design, but not to worry. We're going to be able to see all of our cards. We'll be able to see everything just fine. I just don't personally like to use autofocus. It gets in there and messes things up, I think. All right, so who's in chat tonight? Jay Wheeler is here looking for some Dallas Cowboys. He says he's on a bad run, so we need to try to get some mojo working for his Cowboys to get him out of that bad run he's on. Griffin's here. Griffin, looks like you've got the Packers in here. All right, well, we'll see what we can find for some Green Bay Packers in here. Breaking Bad Breaks, you said you need the Titans too. Okay, so we need the Titans and the Cowboys to have some mojo tonight. Looks like Breaking Bad Breaks is definitely requesting some of that. So Packers, Titans, and Cowboys all have their team owners live in chat. I'm just going to get everything cut and then we can rock through it. So if you haven't opened Encased before now, it's a pretty awesome product. I happen to like it. We first got Encased in 2016, I think it was. And one of our cards in here will be graded. It's packaged separately. That's that one right there, of course. And then we have another pack of our regular cards. Our autographs, our relics, our numbered base cards, and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to just get everything out of all these boxes, and that way once we get started opening our packs, we can keep on rolling without having to stop and get things out of boxes. Greg's here. Hi, Greg. How are you today? Did your Duke Blue Devils win today? My Kentucky Wildcats did not. They should have. They had the game won. I mean, like 2 minutes to go. They had the game won, and they made 2 or 3 just like really bad, stupid plays right in a row, and then ended up losing the game. Oh well. It's been that way all year with them, right? That's been the whole problem all year. Inconsistent. Sam, you said, what's the average price of one of these Encased boxes? You know what? I haven't priced this lately. I imagine that my guess is it's probably higher than it was. I mean, I think the retail on it was maybe $200 a box or something. But of course, the price, anytime you have a really good group of rookies, or sometimes even just 1 or 2 good rookies, the prices like go up enormously. If you can get it at all, you end up paying a whole lot more than the original retail. So I haven't priced it recently. Sam, has anybody else priced it recently by chance that could help us out there? Breaking Bad Break says you are looking for a Zeke 1 of 1 and Marcus Mariota graded autograph. All right, well, duly noted. Duke is tied 36 at the halftime. Okay, all right. Griffin says that a quick look on eBay shows these boxes are going at around $300 a box. So, okay, there you go, Sam. So that sounds like that's about where the price is settled in. I hadn't checked it recently to know for sure what the answer was. So even our base cards in here are numbered for the most part. Well, and not all of them may be, but a lot of them will be. So let me get some sleeves out for them as well so we can get everything sleeved up as we go along. Alvin Kamara comes out first. That is numbered to 25, and it's for the Saints. And Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints, a little Pro Bowl relic, numbered to 25. Echo, there wasn't a jersey tonight. Tonight was just two things: encased football and select basketball. No jersey tonight. Were you talking about last night? And oh man, last night I don't remember if you're talking about last night. Baker Mayfield relic, numbered to 50 for the Cleveland Browns. And then for the Bengals, we have Geno Adkins to 50. Hard signed autograph and inscription. Jay Wheeler, you said you would cry if we pulled an Ezekiel Elliott 1 of 1. Well, man, we don't want to make you cry, but yet I'd love to pull the 1 of 1. But we're going to assume it would be tears of joy, right? I would think that would be the answer. There's a little Jimmy G, numbered to 25. Garoppolo for the 49ers. Michael Strahan and the New York Giants, numbered to 25, relic. Sony Michel, Patriots. And Sony is quad relics, numbered to 75, but each relic looks exactly the same, so it doesn't really tell us much, does it? They're all the same color, no variation in there. Alex Collins, Ravens, hard signed autograph, 220. Griffin, you're working the mojo for Brett Favre. Okay, so you're very specific about your Packers. Not just any Packer, but Brett Favre. We'll have to do our best. There's T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. Darius Geis, Redskins, numbered 250. Tony Gonzalez. I like Tony Gonzalez. That is the Atlanta Falcons to 10 with a relic. And our autograph, Marshawn Lattimore for the Saints to 50. I keep wanting to stack those thin cards that have autographs over with our base cards because they're the same thickness as the base cards, whereas all the relics are the other. Keep trying to stack them in the wrong spot. The Dolphins, Kenyon Drake. Kiki QT for the Texans. That is a relic numbered to 75, triple relic. Jared Goff, Rams, numbered to 25. Ronald Jones II comes out, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ah, there's that nice cap patch. I like those. Those are always awesome. You got a piece of the logo in there too, bottom part of it maybe. Numbered to 25. Nice hit for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that is Alex Smith to 25 for the Redskins. Do you all think he'll ever play again? That was such a bad deal with his leg, and then he had all those complications afterwards. I think the Redskins are thinking he's not coming back. Dante Pettis, 49ers, numbered to 50. Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns. That's going to be numbered to 75. Not going to be numbered, is numbered to 75. But two of your relics are very nice there. Browns are, as you know, kind of hard to get a good relic for the Browns at times. David Johnson for the Arizona Cardinals. That is numbered to 25. And you've got the relic, inscription, and autograph. Yeah, Griffin, I'm with you. I love the cap patches. It seems like in past years we got more of those in here than we do this year. Doesn't seem like there's as many of them in here, but they are some of my favorites too. That is numbered to 5. It is Amari Cooper and the Raiders. Ryan Tannehill, traded away. But a Miami Dolphin here, numbered to 50. And there is an Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys. It's not your 1 of 1, though, I'm sorry to say. But Jay Wheeler, at least we got you a Zeke. It's numbered to 25, and that's a pretty nice-looking relic for the Cowboys. Ito Smith, Atlanta Falcons, and that is numbered to 5. So you see it up there in the upper corner. Falcons with a nice one. Greg, you don't think Alex Smith is coming back? Yeah, I mean, I kind of am leaning in your direction. That was such a gruesome injury, and then to have the complications after the fact, I think it's going to be tough if he makes it back. Numbered to 10, Melvin Gordon and the Chargers. And then, like, what are the odds then that their backup also gets his leg broken? I mean, they have the worst time at quarterback there in Washington. David Johnson and the Cardinals to 50. Rod Woodson, my Pittsburgh Steelers in the house. And that Rod Woodson is number 225. And a redemption, you know the drill. It's going to sit right there face down. We're going to flip it over at the end of the break, which we're close to. And we'll find out at that point who's on it, what team. We'll go to the Panini website, check out the team, find out what it's numbered to and all that. To 25, it is Alonso for the Miami Dolphins. Dante Pettis, 49ers. And that is numbered to 5. Oh, Jay Wheeler, you said Amari Cooper was in the wrong uniform. I know, right? He was still a Raider in this product, at least on the base guards. So yeah, that happens sometimes. Kerryon Johnson to 25, Detroit Lions. And Carson Wentz, Eagles. You might not have gotten something until right at the very end, but look what you got at the very end. That's pretty sweet. That is a hard signed Carson Wentz autograph. It is numbered to 10. It's also first in the series, so it is number 1 of 10, no less. So Eagles, that was worth waiting on. Am I right? Now we're going to look at our graded cards, and remember we still have a redemption. It's sitting right there. We'll flip it over at the end and find out what's happening with it. Sam, you played against Reggie Bush and Alex Smith in high school. They were on the same team in San Diego, and you say Alex Smith is really tough and he'll come back. All right, well, that would be good. Breaking Bad breaks. Amari Cooper wouldn't be in a Raiders uniform because, of course, he was traded to the Cowboys, right, last year. So a lot of products later in the year, they catch up with those trades. So you would find him, as a Cowboy in some products. This is numbered to 25. It is Cat Patch autograph, Cortland Sutton. Card grades out to 9.5, and the autograph graded out to a 10. But yeah, that's why Amari Cooper, that's why he was saying he was in the wrong uniform, because he was hoping, of course, he'd be in here in the product as a Cowboy rather than his former team of the Raiders. Wow, back-to-back Broncos come out graded. This is another rookie Cat Patch. It is to 50. It's Bradley Chubb. Card grades to a 9. Autograph grades to a 10. Broncos on a little bit of a roll right there. Jay Wheeler, you said you predict a Mike White because you think it's a rule that he has to be in every case. For the Vikings, it is John Randall. That is numbered to 15. And little throwback Hall of Fame ink relic on there. And autograph, of course, graded to 10. Card graded to 9. Oh, look at that. Handsome 1 of 1 for the Chicago Bears and Anthony Miller. That is big, booming fire right there. My 2 favorite things, the NFL Shield and the Nike swoosh. And it's a 1 of 1 hard-signed autograph for the Bears. Card grades to a 9. The autograph grades to a 9. And if you've got the Chicago Bears, that's my favorite hit in this case right now. I love that hit. So awesome. So awesome. And hang on one second. My broadcast software is giving me a little message to adjust something over there. So I did. Every once in a while it'll fly up with a little message. Sam Darnold and the Jets. I'm kind of digging this case. It is numbered to 10. Hard signed autograph, inscription, relic. Ah, but it only grades to an 8.5. That's disappointing. And the autograph grade to a 10. It doesn't look like it would grade to an 8.5, does it? Looks like it should grade higher, but nonetheless, that's what Beckett gave it. But still, Nick Chubb comes out for the Cleveland Browns, also graded to 8.5. And it is hard signed, inscription. It is numbered to 5. And the autograph is graded to a 10. I think these are the first 8.5 grades that I've seen actually this year. The first year in 2016, we had a lot of 8.5s. Then it didn't seem like as many in 2017. And for the most part, I hadn't found a lot in this year's product until, obviously those two. The Texans, Kiki QT to 50. Card grades to 9. Autograph grades to 10. Hard signed. This is the last one. We're going to call this last box, last pack, last whatever you want to call it. Mojo right there. Ah, Sam, you're an NBA card guy? I gotcha. And Breaking Bad breaks, you and Griffin are tired of seeing Broncos. Well, I don't blame you. And look what you called, man. Jay Wheeler called it. He said you can't have a case without a Mike White. And there it is. That is rookie cap patch autographs. Mike White for the Dallas Cowboys. It is numbered to 50. Card grades to 9.5. Autograph grades to a 10. Now, before we recap this, we have one still left to check out here, and that's going to be, that's the wrong sleeve, that's going to be a redemption. We're going to flip it over. We're probably going to know exactly where it goes, but guess what? We're still going to go to the Panini website, check it out, find out what it's numbered to, etc. And it is Leroy Butler. I don't even know that. Leroy Butler Reserve Signatures Gold. So that's a throwback of some sort, but I don't know that at all. So, well, we were going to the Panini website regardless, but yeah, we would have had to. Anyway, because I don't know that. I know you're looking at random right now, but we're about to have you where you need to be. I had us mostly set up. I just didn't have the card set because obviously I didn't know if we were going to pull a redemption. It is Reserve Signatures Gold. And card number 59. We got to scroll for a little bit here. Leroy Butler. Oh, Green Bay Packers. Griffin, that's you. How about that? And it's numbered to 10 for the Packers. Well, well, well. All right, let me get that labeled up here really quickly. And then we'll switch back to the view of the table and do some recapping. Okay, let's recap. Let's see what we've got here. So we're just going to kind of go through this quickly in case somebody missed it originally. So you've got the Lions, 49ers, Pittsburgh Steelers. That is numbered to 5 for the Falcons. Numbered to 25 for the Dallas Cowboys. Tannehill to 50 for the Dolphins. David Johnson to 25. Cardinals, Nick Chubb for the Browns. To 25, that's Ronald Jones, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A little Jared Goff to 25 for the Rams. Oh, this Carson Wentz. I love this Carson Wentz. That is numbered to 10. So Eagles, I think that's a fantastic hit for you. David Johnson, Cardinals. Dante Pettis, 49ers. This is Kiki for the Texans. Marshawn Lattimore and the Saints. Tony Gonzalez, Falcons. Darius Geis for the Redskins. Alex Collins for the Ravens. Sony Michel, Patriots. The Giants, Michael Strahan. Geno Adkins for the Bengals. A Pro Bowl relic, I'll get it out in a minute, for Marshawn Lattimore and the Saints. A little Baker Mayfield comes out for the Browns. we have a redemption for the Packers. And it is going to be numbered to 10, Leroy Butler. Reserve Signatures Gold was the card set. Now, a quick little run through of our graded cards. The Cowboys graded to 9.5. Texans graded to 9. The Browns graded to 8.5, and that card is numbered to 5, which is quite nice. Sam Darnold for the Jets, that one numbered to 10, graded to 8.5. Oh, our 1 of 1. I love that card a little bit. I do. I really do. It's Anthony Miller for the Chicago Bears, and it graded out to a 9. The Minnesota Vikings, John Randall. It was numbered to 15. It grades out to a 9. Bradley Chubb Broncos, numbered to 50, grades out to a 9. Cortland Sutton to 25, Broncos, grades out to 9.5. Okay, so that's in case football for tonight. I think I only have, a half case left. This was one of those where they didn't sell me a lot. I asked for a whole lot more than I got, but I think if memory serves, I ended up with 3.5 cases, which means that we would have only a half case left at this point. That's what I believe to be the case, but I intend to get down there tomorrow on the off night and try to get some of that sorted out. I'm still trying to get this stupid tripod level. I don't know what is wrong with it. Like, I move it and then it just seems to go right back. So strange. Anyway, it is time for Select Basketball. If you happen to miss this earlier, if you weren't tuned in when this went up before, I'm anticipating that what we're opening tonight should be on the way to you about Tuesday. Could go Monday if everything goes super fast. Could possibly go to Wednesday if something goes wrong. Best guess is Tuesday. And you know the drill, consolation cards. If you didn't hit an encased, you're still going to get consolation cards. Everybody's going to hit here in Select. So it is a 12-box case of 1819 Select Basketball. It's a full case break. It is break number 4. Also ended tonight on eBay. Saturday night, the 16th of March. Team names, of course, on the left-hand side. Winning bidders, you find your user ID up in lights there across from your team. Greg says Duke is up by 6 points. Oh, is it over, or they're up by 6, or like, and there's still time to play, or they've won by 6? Well, Stang Lover, at least we got you a Darius Geis, right? So, I mean, I know it's not exactly probably the Darius Geis that you wanted, but at least we found one in there for you, right? We're trying. And Sam, you need to hit Luka and Trey. Okay, you need to find Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks. You know, I think we're due for Luka. I got to be honest. I think we are. So maybe the mojo's going to flow with us tonight, Sam. We're going to try really hard for that to be the case, because I do think we're due. We've pulled a fair amount of Luka throughout the year out of various things, but I think we really are due to pull him in Select. I don't remember. I don't think we've pulled him yet in Select, actually. Have we, guys? Some of you are better at remembering that than I am, but I don't really think that we have. Not yet, anyway. So maybe tonight's going to be the night. I mean, we may have pulled him, but not like as in parallels and things. Obviously, we have. I'm thinking about autographs and whatnot. Griffin, you're getting out of here early tonight. All right, my friend. Well, you have a good night, and you are quite welcome for the Green Bay Packer hit and encased. Always happy when we're able to deliver what you guys ask for, and gals. So Select Basketball. 3 autographs or memorabilia cards, right? Yeah, they put that or in there, and that's what gets us. So it could be 3 autographs. It could be 3 memorabilia cards. Most likely it will be some combination of the 2 is typically how it ends up working out for Select. Usually we find a zebra case hit. And I say usually because in football, we had a couple of cases of Select where we didn't find it. So far, we have found it in every case of basketball Select. And in the last case, we actually had 3 of them. But hopefully, we will find at least one of them in here. There are lots of parallels. Excuse me, there's lots of parallels, lots of numbered things. And in this first box, I'll talk a little bit more about what those are as we see them. And then in subsequent boxes, we'll kind of buzz on through them. But in the beginning, we'll stop and look at them a little more closely, just kind of to establish a baseline, if you will, so you kind of know what to expect. Zach, you need some Hornets, some Bulls, and some Trailblazers mojo. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hornets, Bulls, Blazers, Mavericks, and Hawks. All right, that's our mojo request so far, I think, for here, right? Did I miss anybody? I mean, I know everybody wants to have good mojo, but I'm talking about like what's been typed into chat at the moment, of course. So our tricolors, they are not numbered in basketball. They were numbered in football, and I have all those football numbers so memorized. I'm always in the habit of thinking they're numbered, but they are not in basketball. And, of course, our refractors, you probably know what they are. Every time you see them, they have that nice little rainbow of colors when the light hits them. They are technically, Panini calls them prisms. They are actually refractors in reality, and you're probably going to hear me call them both because I'm going to forget and call them refractors half the time, which is what Topps calls them. And sometimes I'll probably remember to say prism. But just understand it's the same thing no matter which way I say it. And we have a die cut, Zaire Smith for the 76ers. That one is numbered to 175. We'll find tons of die cuts as we go along. And that's basically like a scope type pattern. And we'll find lots of those. Those also are unnumbered. That particular one was for Dwayne Wade and the Heat. Now, these are numbered. Blue in here will be numbered to 299. So anytime you see that blue, we know it's numbered to 299. Looks like we've got a hit coming up. First hit out of this box, as a matter of fact. Israel's here. Hi, Israel. And what's up with you? You said, what's up, everyone? What's up with you, man? How's it going? Mo Bamba and the Magic, numbered to 21. Got a little rookie autograph and jersey pairing there. Jeremy Lin. Oh, Boogie Cousins. Haha. Golden State Warriors. You don't really see a lot of DeMarcus Cousins relics, do you? I mean, I don't see very many of them, it seems like. So that's kind of cool. Little Boogie Cousins as a Warrior. And Jose Calderon, Knicks, is our third hit from this box. Also a relic. And tricolor J.R. Smith. Prism was Chris Middleton. DeAndre Jordan, when you find the red in here, they are to 199. So the blue are to 299 and the red are to 199. We have another die cut. It is Jacob Evans for the Warriors, numbered 265. With orange parallel on that one. And a Mike Conley base finishes off box number 1. Oh, you said you're going to watch what you missed out on. You had your eye on the Lakers. Oh, but you got back from the beach too late. Hey, listen, man. That's a good reason, right? Like, who doesn't want to be on the beach in wintertime? Well, there might be some people that don't want to be, but I wouldn't be one of them. I would take the beach just about any time of the year, but especially in the winter. So I think that's a very fine reason to have missed it right there. This is, I think, the last of the select, I believe. Again, I've got to we'll do some organizing tomorrow when we start on the off days. Even though we take them off from breaking, we're still working here. Sorting and organizing and finding out what all is hanging around. So I'll do a once over through the remaining stuff, but I think this is the last of Select Basketball. But you know what? We've got Cornerstones Basketball coming up. So we've got that right around the corner. And of course, I've still got some Prism retail and some Prism mixers and some Prism first off the line and all kinds of other stuff we still got to break as well. So we're going to have plenty of basketball to keep us busy. I just looked over there and Sam said that the beach was windy and it blew his key lime pie off the table. Israel says it was not cold at the beach, but it was windy. Well, I can understand that. We had a couple days ago, we had 70-mile-an-hour winds here. It was crazy. I think and then it moved, you know. I think the whole country's had weird wind this week. A Ben Simmons tricolor for the 76ers. An insert for Global Icons. Those come out not super frequently. The white parallels, they happen to be numbered to 149. And that is a tricolor for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. A tricolor Kevin Love. Whoops, that's Prism. Bazemore. A die cut here for Harrison Barnes to 249, Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Selection Sunday tomorrow, although I'm pretty sure that with that ridiculous loss that my Kentucky Wildcats suffered today in the SEC tournament, yeah, I don't think there's any way we're a number 1 seed at this point. We're probably going to be a number 2, and I bet you, Greg, we're going to end up in Duke's region, and Duke will be the 1 and we'll be the 2. That's my guess. To 199, that's a Kevin Love for the Cavaliers, which means one of us will be going home early. Jaren Jackson for the Grizzlies with a Prism. DeMar DeRozan, Spurs. This is our first hit of this box, I do believe. Relic. And Andrew Wiggins to 199 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, I got a little ink with that too. Andrew Wiggins, relic and autograph. Hey, hey. Kyrie Irving, Prism, of course. That is Nola, Elfrid Payton. 76ers, Evan Turner. Relic. And there's Landry for the 76ers and a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist to 299 for the Hornets. What do you think is going to happen with Kemba Walker? Think he's going to stay in Charlotte? Charlotte ought to be better than they have been playing. But you know, I say that about the Phoenix Suns too. Like every year, man, the Phoenix Suns get great choices in the draft, and they've got this good young core of guys, and they just somehow, they just somehow can't get it put together. I don't know. But of course, we all know who's going to go number 1 in this next upcoming draft. Yeah, I don't think there's any speculation about that. Yeah, Zion Williamson is going to be going number 1 in the draft, I think, without question. So I guess whoever gets him, that kid's a game changer. He can just put it on his back and go. Yeah, Sam typed in Zion. Yeah. I mean, he's really, really good. And I don't think he's going to take a lot of time to develop either. I mean, I think he's going to come in a lot. I mean, he's a different type of player than Luka, but I think he's going to have similar results in that. I don't believe he'll have a lot of a learning curve. You know, some of these guys, it takes them a while to get going. Trae Young would be an example of that. Took him a while to adapt. And now he's kind of getting in a groove. Ricky Rubio to 249 for the Jazz. But yeah, I do not think that'll be the case with Zion. I think he's going to be just like Luka. He's going to come in and boom, immediate impact. So that is a courtside prism, and it is Ferguson for the Oklahoma City Thunder. To 149, LaMarcus Aldridge. Of course, the court side are the least common variations. There's Musa for the Nets. Concourse is the most common, premier level the middle, and court side the lowest. To 299, Sabonis Pacers. Markieff Morris for the Washington Wizards. Relic. And did I see like a news alert go by earlier saying Bradley Beal scored like 40 points or something tonight? Did I read that right? Has Bradley Beal ever scored 40 points before? I guess he has, but that seems like a lot for his normal production. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but I just don't usually see him among the names that say scoring 40 points. That tricolor, by the way, was Troy Brown. A die cut for the Hawks to 175 with Prince. But I just saw the headline kind of flash up, so I didn't catch the whole thing. It might not have even been Bradley Beal. I just thought it was. Taj Gibson, refractory. Tristan Thompson. That is Robin Lopez for the Bulls. Ooh, Marvin Bagley. The plot thickens. For the Sacramento Kings. Ah, it's a relic. I wanted some ink on there too, but... well, at least we got your relic. Phoenix Suns with Okubo to 199. Yeah, Sam, I just looked over there. Sam said Zion's body is definitely NBA ready. For sure it is. But I think his skill set is equally ready. I don't think he's going to have a big learning curve. Musa for the Nets. It's got a little curvature to it. I'm sure you all are familiar with how that works. That's a courtside prism. A lot of these cards of this type that have this sort of coating on them, Dennis Smith Jr. Mavericks, have a tendency to kind of curve a little bit. They bow up a little in the middle, some more so than others. But for anyone who might not have experienced select or prism or chrome from Topps, that sort of thing before, you might not know to expect that when they show up, but they might be a little curvy, but they'll flatten right out if you put them in a top loader, usually, no problem. All right, moving onward. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited that March Madness is right around the corner. I love to fill out my brackets and like keep track of them and see how well I end up. And I just love tournament time. I will turn on the games and just watch just about anybody play, as long as it's a competitive game. There's always some great matchups come tournament time, so it's going to be a fun few weeks. You know, I don't know who the Cinderella story is going to be, but you've got to kind of look at like some of these teams that are getting knocked off, right? Like St. Mary's winning the conference the other night. And I mean, you've got these teams that are getting in by knocking off teams that you would not have expected to have gotten knocked off. So could be one of them, but you know, I don't know. I don't really know yet. You got to get kind of a better feel for who's going to be seated where and in what region. Then have a better idea about who might get lucky, get a favorable matchup, if you will. It's Porzingis for the Knicks. But I mean, you know, like Virginia lost, LSU lost. I mean, LSU lost early on. Virginia lost. Who else? North Carolina, of course. Duke beat them. So, I mean, there have been a lot of teams losing in their conference championships. How about this? Trae Young to 10. I know it's not autographed, but I got to tell you, that's still a really good hit for Trae Young. Being to 10 and a prism, that's a nice little hit there for your Hawks, even though it's not autographed. So Sam, hopefully you like that. For the Lakers, it is Eldon Campbell. That's numbered to 99. Little ink on it. Jason says that's a massive hit. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good hit. It is definitely a good hit. I mean, now, I haven't priced it recently, so maybe Trae is commanding what would be considered massive hit prices for the numbered stuff. I don't know. I would have said a very good hit, but since Jason says massive, we're going to take him at his word. It's a Marvin Bagley rookie refractor. We've already looked at those. They're going to move aside. We have a redemption. It's going to sit right up here in housekeeping. It's going to stay face down until the end of the break. And at the end of the break, we'll flip over that one along with any other redemptions that we find. And at that point, we'll figure out our teams, what it's numbered to and all that. Tobias Harris for the Pistons. Our first green. And that is Herter to 75. Also Atlanta Hawks. Tricolor Chris Paul for the Rockets, and a tricolor Chandler Hutchison for the Bulls. Mr. Marvin Bagley to 99 and a die cut for the Sacramento Kings. Tricolor for the Raptors. Another die cut. That is for the Bulls. Zach LaVine. It is numbered to 175. Well, it's not wanting to cooperate. We'll have to set it down in there a little bit. Okay. Tristan Thompson, followed by Kyle Lowry. Both were prisms. And Mo Wagner, rookie prism for the Lakers. Well, now see, that is, Jason, more than I thought it would be. So if that Trae Young to 10 goes for 500, then yeah, that's more than I would have guessed, for sure. In fact, I would have probably thought 250, 300. So it's, yeah, it's definitely on the higher side of what I thought. So I knew his prices had gone up. Obviously, he's been playing better and seems to have finally kind of hit his stride, and his prices have increased correspondingly. But I still didn't realize it would be up to as much as 500. So yeah, that's excellent then. Even better. Even better. Jason says, yeah, I'd buy it for $250 right now. I bet Sam's not selling it, though. That's my guess. Well, or at least not right now. He's probably going to sell it, but probably not for $250. It doesn't sound like. Yeah, I just, I hadn't looked at what his numbered stuff was doing lately, other than obviously I knew it was up. So that is higher than I expected, but nice hitting them any way you cut it. Ah, Sam's keeping it. All right, a little personal collection going into the PC. I'm kind of that way too. I have a hard time selling the ones that are like my Steelers in football. I keep my Cincinnati Reds in baseball. I keep. But basketball is a little different for me because I don't have a specific NBA team that I'm necessarily attached to. But I went to UK. I graduated from there. It's Kevin Love. So being that they are my alma mater and whatnot, I follow UK basketball, of course. And so I just kind of collect our guys, if you will. It's the Nuggets to 249 die cut. So that's why I watch a lot of teams and I collect from a lot of different teams because I really am more about just our UK players than having an allegiance to a specific NBA team. Dante DiVincenzo to 199 for the Milwaukee Bucks. I've been saying for a while I need to thin out some of my collection and move some things on down the road. Maybe I'll get that done over the summer. Got a lot of stuff I could probably rehome. Steph Curry to 65 Warriors. It's a tricolor Musa for the Nets and a courtside prism Lonzo Ball for the Lakers. Of course, he's shut down for the year. Brandon Ingram shut down for the year. Another courtside prism. Oh, that one though. Our rookie from the Suns, DeAndre Ayton. We haven't seen any tie-dye yet, have we? It's a $2.99 on the Devin Booker. Yeah, like, where's our tie-dye? What's going on with that? Conjure some of that up. To $1.99, Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Jaylen Brown, Celtics. I see that saying right on the top. I may as well just grab it. It's Zaire Smith, rookie prism. And then for the Nets, you have Devin Harris. It is numbered to 25, which means it should be a pretty cool relic when we flip it. And I mean, that is pretty cool. And it's tie-dye. So finally, see, right? All we had to do is say, hey, where's our tie-dye? One shows up. We should have said that a long time ago, right? Yeah, if it only worked that easily. Taj Gibson and the T-Wolves tricolor. Oh, there's a little Luka tricolor. Not numbered, but you know the, well, you know the drill. Anything Luka parallel is a good hit. As you noticed when I try to get in the sleeves, got a little bit of curvature to it. It's not extreme, but there's definitely a little bit there. Devontae Graham for the Hornets, and that box is in the books. So let's see, after we finish this box that is sitting out on the table, after we finish it, we'll be at the halfway point. So this is box number 6 that's coming out of the wrappers as we speak. I'm glad that they changed the timing of Cornerstones. You know, that has been coming out really late in the season in the past, well, last year. Chris Paul and the Rockets. That is a courtside prism for the Oklahoma City Thunder with Terrence Ferguson. And I'm glad they've moved it up in the calendar a little bit. That's a Trae Young to $2.99, or to $1.99, sorry. It was red, not blue. So yeah, I'm glad that the higher end, some of the higher end stuff, I prefer it to be a little earlier in the calendar. But the way they do basketball is just so weird anyway. DeAnthony Melton to 65 die cut for the Suns. An Aaron Holiday rookie prism for the Pacers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to 25 for the Clippers. Gonna be ink? No, but it's a nice tie-dye 2-color relic anyway. So, Andrew, you said, have we pulled any Steph Curry autos from Select this year? Boy, you know, I do not know. We pulled a lot of Steph Curry and Leaf Best of Basketball. LeBron James for the Lakers on a tricolor. Well, relatively speaking, a lot. I've pulled quite a bit of Steph Curry in recent weeks, but it's hard for me to remember out of what. I'm going to say a lot of it probably was out of Leaf Best of Basketball. I couldn't tell you for sure if we've pulled one out of Select. I know that sounds awful and I should remember it, but oh my gosh, I see so many cards every day. Between what I break and then, you know, what I sort and what I ship, I see so many every day. My poor old brain just can't keep up with it. Ah, Sam's wife is here. Hi, Sam's wife. She said hi. We say hi back, Sam's wife. So, we still haven't really seen, like, I mean, we've had some good stuff come out, but I still haven't seen, like, that big booming hit yet. And I just think we're due. I'm hoping it's going to be in this case, because I do feel like we're due for one. It's a De'Aaron Fox Courtside Prism, Sacramento Kings. Tristan Thompson to $2.99. That's Dennis Schroeder for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I see our hit. Let's just grab it off the top. It's the Celtics. Robert Williams III, numbered $2.99. That is not much of a signature, really, is it? No, it isn't. Of course, we all know I don't need to start down that road, right? They're all going, no, no. People who break with me often, you've heard me go off on this rant, like, why don't they teach cursive writing in school anymore? And pretty soon, all of our autographs in a few more years, everybody's just going to be signing an X. It's terrible. Musa for the Nets. That is a courtside rookie prism. DeAndre Jordan, Dallas Mavericks relic. Of course, that's not to say why Robert Williams signed his name that way. It's a Devin Booker tricolor. It's probably more like he signed about 8 million different things, and he gets paid the same for it, whether it's just an R and a line or whether he signs his whole name. So why wouldn't you sign the R and the line, right? Kyrie Irving to 175 Celtics. Now, that is officially the halfway point of the case. 6 boxes down, 6 boxes remaining. Oh, he's a redemption in here? Well, now see, that's a good thing, Andrew, because we have that one redemption still sitting right there face down that's waiting for us to flip it over at the end of the break. So, knowing that, then you feel like you've at least got a fighting chance, right? We haven't pulled a huge number of redemptions out of Select, I don't think. But again, it's, you know, this is not one I've opened like in rapid succession where we've done them all the cases in like 4 or 5 days. They've been kind of spread out. And as a result, oh, it's even worse for me to try to remember. But since you know he's a redemption, we've at least got a shot at him so far. So what do you guys make of the talk around all the I always like it when they're the unnamed executive. But all these unnamed NBA sources talking about that the Lakers should trade LeBron. Can you imagine? And some of these GMs are like, oh yeah, I wouldn't give any better than a third round or not a third round. What am I trying to say? A top whatever protected pick for him at this point. And I'm like, wait a minute. We all know that's not true. The Rockets, Gerald Green, still 149, Evan Fournier. Like, that just doesn't even make any sense. Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks. And that is another redemption. If he really were available, everybody would want him. Vince Carter, if he was really on the block. Jason Tatum, Celtics. Followed by a Lonnie Walker Prism for the Spurs. But I like all these unnamed executives saying, oh, yeah, he's not even worth, whatever. Last year I would have given this for him, but now I'd only give this. He's da-da-da-da-da. Like, are you kidding me, really? Tim Hardaway and the Knicks. That is Rajon Rondo. Lakers. Those were both tricolor. Robert Williams III /99 and the Celtics. Right in time for St. Patrick's Day. 76ers, Ben Simmons, die cut /65. But I will still maintain that I think that the Anthony Davis-LeBron James pairing would just be weird. I just don't think it would be mutually beneficial. I know like everybody else in the free world disagrees with me, but that's how I feel about it. Of course, I also thought they should have just let LeBron play with their group of young players and not brought in Rondo and all this kind of ragtag group of veterans. Not that they're bad players. I don't mean that when I say ragtag group. I mean they didn't give much thought to how everybody was going to fit together. They were just kind of grabbing people who had individually good skill sets without thinking of how they were going to fit together, in my opinion. There's our zebra. It is Lonnie Walker, San Antonio Spurs. Lou Williams, Clippers. Of course, I guess they're still going to try to get Kawhi Leonard anyway. Chandler Hutchison /199 for the Bulls went by. The Pacers, Jalen Rose, hey, /199. How about that? That's pretty cool. You don't see Jalen Rose very much, so that's a very nice little hit. It's one of the things you gotta love about Select. It's not all about the rookies. It's not even all about the current players. You can get some nice veteran hits, Hall of Famers. You get all kinds of fun stuff in Select. But then again, in general, basketball has more Hall of Famers and veteran players than football does. Maybe not more veterans, but more Hall of Famers, retired people, retired guys. You see more in basketball than football. Probably out of necessity, I guess. Because the rosters are obviously more limited in basketball than football. Raymond Felton for the Mavericks. That one is numbered /99 with a relic. Meanwhile, Sam's just going, where's my Luka? There's a Trae Young tricolor, Atlanta Hawks. And another one of our global icons, and that one is Jokic. A green, Mo Wagner, 75, Lakers. Courtside Rookie Prism, Robert Williams, Celtics. That is to 199. It is Paul Millsap and the Nuggets. A little die cut Marvin Bagley, Sacramento to 99. Of course, we're not really terribly far away from National Treasures basketball, because, you know, oddly, they dump it kind of in the, it's towards the end of the season in terms of actual play, but like in the middle of the season in terms of how they release the cards. I've always hated the way Panini does their basketball cards. I mean, we'll still be opening cards from 2018-19 teams up until September or October. I just think it's so strange that they don't do it the same way they do football. Like, you start the new trading card year around the time of the draft, and then you just go forward from there. But they do it completely opposite in basketball. It's so strange. That one, a Trae Young Prism Concourse version. A die-cut Vucevic, Orlando Magic to 249. Dennis Smith Jr. But as a result, you know, at least we do get National Treasures really early. So there's that. Jrue Holiday for NOLA. A relic. Another Trae Young rookie prism. That one is the premier level, so the middle level in terms of difficulty of pulling. Concourse, Premier, Courtside's the hardest. Colin Sexton, numbered to 25 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Finally, some tie-dye and ink paired together. It is about time. That is a tricolor Blake Griffin, Pistons. Kevin Huerter, Hawks, tricolor. And Miles Bridges for the Hornets went by. These little packs like to hide in there. I always show you guys the inside of the empty box. You probably wonder why I do that. It really has, the purpose is twofold, but primarily it's to catch if there's anything in there. It's A, to show you that we've taken everything out, but B, occasionally a pack will slide down under one of those little risers or something, and I might not catch it. Hopefully I would, but in case I didn't, then you guys would see it, and somebody would jump into chat and say, hey, there's a pack stuck in there. So that's why we like to always look at the empty box after everything's come out. I think I just saw a headline go by, an alert go by, that Duke just won the ACC championship. Not that I find that surprising. I think we all kind of expected that was going to happen once Zion came back into the picture, and especially once they beat North Carolina. Only beat them by one, but hey, it's all it takes. And then went on to win it tonight. Marvin Bagley to 175 die cut Kings. Tricolor Jacob Evans, Warriors. Mo Bamba, Orlando Magic, relic. Tricolor AD Pelicans. I see Bruce Brown approaching for the Detroit Pistons. That's got a little curvature to it as well. To 199. Well, come on now. Why can't you guys just come up off the table? It's to 299 Paul George OKC. Chris Paul refractor. That is Luka. It's an insert. It's not a prism or anything, but it is at least a cool little Luka insert nonetheless. Jarrett Allen to 75, green parallel. That is courtside prism Gortat for the Clippers. Okay, buddy, get in there. Lonnie Walker and the Spurs courtside rookie prism. Also, you can probably see some curvature in that one too. And oddly, somehow they're easier to get in a sleeve from the back side, I think, when they have some curvature to them. I don't know why that is. Raptors tricolor. There's another Herder for the Hawks. This one die cut and numbered to 249. Devin Booker, Phoenix Suns. That one is Anthony Simons, Blazers. Aaron Gordon, Orlando Magic. Magic have a bunch of relics, and they all look just about exactly like that, don't they? I mean, they're all pretty much that. But you have a handful of them in here, anyway, if you've got Orlando tonight. So we have 9 boxes down, 3 to go in this case. So I guess they've come out with a new article of some sort. I didn't read it, but my mother did. He called me and said, "Did you know Coach Cal is now the highest paid college coach in the country?" I did not. As a matter of fact, I thought it was Krzyzewski from Duke. I was surprised to hear that it was Cal, but apparently it is. And I forget exactly the number, the figure that she gave me of what he was making a year, but I mean, it was like some outrageous sum. Like crazy money. Crazy money. I mean, like 50 million or 70 million or like, I don't even remember. Maybe it was 7, maybe not 70. I thought she said 70 though, or 50. I don't know. It was a lot. I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, you're making that much money, but maybe that must have been like over the, maybe that's over the life of the contract or something. Or it might have included, you know, they always have those endorsement deals and the deals they get from doing, you know, local commercials and stuff. Uh-oh, big hit on the horizon. Let's see how big it is. DeAndre Ayton, it's the Suns, and it looks like it's numbered to 99. I was hoping that was going to be tie-dye. But you know what? If you got the Phoenix Suns, I bet you're still pretty happy with that Ayton to 99, huh? To 199, Ben Simmons. Giannis, the Greek Freak, Bucks. Grayson Allen, and the Utah Jazz relic. Mo Bamba, and a Devin Booker to 75 for the Suns. A tricolor Kevin Knox for the Knicks. Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. There is Chris Middleton for Milwaukee. Yeah, I just can't imagine why any of these college coaches, if they're making this tremendous amount of money, and not that it's not a lot of pressure here, because it is, to 175 die cut Eric Gordon and the Rockets. But I'd say it's probably less pressure than coaching in the NBA. DeMar DeRozan and the Spurs. There's a Global Icons Embiid insert. Chris Dunn Bulls. And it's definitely a less rigorous schedule, shorter schedule, and you're making this tremendous amount of money. Like, why would any of them ever want to leave to go to the NBA? Hassan Whiteside and the Heat to $2.99. And don't you have to also think, if you're in the NBA, let's say you're trying to coach LeBron James, like, you think you're really able to coach LeBron James? I'm kind of guessing you're not. Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. I'm kind of guessing that guy just shows up for work and tells you what he's going to do. Versus in college, you know, you really can't help those guys develop their games. Taj Gibson for the Thunder. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want to coach NBA, I don't think. Not given the amount of money you could make at college. I mean, at the college level. Next to last box. So this is box 11 of 12 that's coming out of the wrappers as we speak. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, that was the Pacers and Thaddeus Young. To $2.99, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Musa for the Nets, number 299. I see a die cut approaching. It's Kevin Huerter again. We've seen him a bunch in die cut, haven't we? Feels like we have. To $249 for the Hawks. There's Paul Millsap tricolor. This should be numbered to 75. Musa again. It's actually numbered to 60. Sorry, I'm probably still thinking football. Numbered to 60 courtside, and that's got a big curve in it. Like, I don't know how well you can tell that, but it's extreme. That has more curvature to it than many that we have seen tonight. Chandler Hutchison, Bulls. Kevin Huerter, Atlanta Hawks to $199. Ooh, got ink with that one. Ink and relic. There's Blake Griffin for the Pistons, a tricolor Anthony Davis, and a tricolor DeMar DeRozan. A second zebra, and it's Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Always happy to see the zebras. They bring good money. DeMar DeRozan slash and dash prism insert to 99. Enes Kanter to 99. New York Knicks signature and relic. That's Terry Rozier prism and an Anthony Simons prism. Okay, so you know what this is? Yeah, you got it. It is last box mojo time. So right now, as far as I can recall, this is our last case of select. So that means this is like especially we need to work the mojo because it's the last box out of the last case of 1819 select. So yeah, we need to bring the fire. There needs to be a 5-alarm fire in here. Of course, we could still have some 5-alarm fire underneath those 2 redemptions, too. We don't know who those are yet either, so we'll find that out here shortly, though. Josh Jackson. I always have the hardest time saying his name. Josh Jackson, Phoenix Suns. I don't know. Something about that combination of those 2 names. Oh, when he was a rookie, it was the worst because I had to say it so many times every night. John Collins, Hawks. Tricolor, Devin Booker. Mo Wagner to 199. Lakers. Tricolor, Ricky Rubio. That is Courtside Prism. Dylan Brooks. Memphis Grizzlies. I can't remember what our next basketball release is other than Courtside. Courtside, of course, comes out Wednesday. We'll open it Wednesday night and probably again Friday or Saturday night of next week, and then on into the following week as well. Dallas Mavericks to 199, J.J. Barea. Ink and Relic. Drew Holiday, die cut to 99, Nola. Oh, now Robert Williams. Why'd you do that? Trying to run away from us. There he is. I don't think he's any worse for the wear, but he did try to take a little trip on us before we got a good look at him. There's Paul Millsap, Nuggets. Behind that, for the Pacers, it was Tyreke Evans. To 299, Omari Spellman, Hawks. Tricolor, Chris Paul. Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Memphis Grizzlies. I wish that had some ink on it for you, Memphis. Trey Burke, Courtside Prism. Knicks. And to 149, that's a Miles Bridges for the Hornets. And that is what we have in here live. But you know the deal. Before we recap, we've got these 2 redemptions that we're going to be flipping over here in a hot second. And we will probably know the teams, but we're going to go to the Panini website anyway. We'll put it up on the screen so everyone can see the teams. And then we'll also, of course, find out there what, if anything, these are numbered to, because their website is super handy for stuff like that. Let me get my Sharpie out so I can write on the sleeve, and let's see what we've got here. So first out is Gerald Green, and the card set is simply signatures. And the second out is Joe Ingles, and that is signatures neon green prisms. Okay, so let's get ourselves back over here to this Panini website. And I had it, of course, we did Encase Football first, so it's set up for that, but it won't take me but a second to get us set up for this. All right, so we'll first do the Gerald Green, which is just card set signatures. Right there, he is card number 14, and looks like it's going to be numbered to 199. So there you go. Gerald Green to 199. Now let's find out what the Joe Ingles is going to be numbered to. His card set is Signatures Neon Green Prism. He is card number 30. So he is numbered to 99. So that one a slight bit lower than the first one. Okay. So now we can officially do our recap here. Everything is all ready to go. We'll just set those up there and we'll recap them. We'll do our die cuts mainly because I already have them out because they have to stay in sleeves so they don't run away from us. So we'll take a look through our die cuts first then. So you had the Pelicans, the Hawks, the Rockets, Hawks again, the Kings, Magic, Kings, Sixers, Celtics, Suns, the Warriors with Steph Curry. These are sliding everywhere. The Nuggets, the Bulls, the Kings again, Hawks again, Jazz, Mavericks, Warriors, and Sixers. Those are your die cuts out of this case. I just set aside the lower numbered stuff. So, we've got tons of numbered stuff, but we're just going to look at the zebras and then the lower number. So, Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. Hey, Latchman, I see you jumped in. How are you, sir? There is Musa to 60 for the Nets. Our other zebra here is for the Spurs, Lonnie Walker. And then there's that really nice looking Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks, numbered to 10. And it is number 10 of 10, no less. So, hey, that worked out well for Atlanta. Now, let's recap the rest. Why did I just go blank? Redemptions. Joe Ingles to 99 for the Jazz. Gerald Green to 199, the Rockets. You found some treasure today. What'd you find, Latch? So that's J.J. Barea for the Rockets, the Phoenix Suns, the Knicks, the Nets, Thunder, Jazz. Here's that good-looking DeAndre Ayton card. It's a nice card design, nice use of color, numbered to 99. The most important thing, it has that signature on it. The Magic, Pistons, Magic again. The Cavaliers with a tie-dye signature. Pelicans, Mavericks. The Jalen Rose for the Pacers, the in-flight autograph. It's numbered to 199. Those in-flights tend to come out about once per case as well, if I didn't mention that earlier. Robert Williams for the Celtics. There are the Mavericks with DeAndre Jordan. There's Robert Williams and the Celtics again. A tie-dye relic for the Clippers with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, you got some Drew Brees rookie cards. Very nice. Where'd you come across those? Jaren Jackson Jr., a little Kevin Huerter. This is Devin Harris for the Nets. Celtics, Jalen Brunson. Dante DiVincenzo for the Bucks. Tobias Harris, Pistons. Eldon Campbell for the Lakers. The Suns with Ogabo. That was Marvin Bagley for the Kings. Markieff Morris, Evan Turner, Andrew Wiggins, autograph and relic for the T-Wolves, DeMar DeRozan Spurs, Jose Calderon for the Knicks. That is Boogie Cousins for the Warriors, and then Mo Bamba for the Orlando Magic to 99. So that is our break for tonight, and that's our recap for tonight. But I will put spreadsheet information up again, so if anybody wants to take a look at your projected shipping dates and or the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead, that is coming at you right now. So once again, projecting this stuff to be on the way about Tuesday, if possible. Of course, I'll get it out to you sooner than that, and if something goes unexpected during the week, it could possibly go later, but I don't think it will. I think Tuesday's pretty reasonable, and we'll shoot for faster if we can. Now, looking at things that are listed on eBay, this is the stuff we're going to be breaking over the course of the next few days. So tomorrow is an off night. Not going to be doing any breaks tomorrow night, but we'll be back at it on Monday with a case of Leaf Valiant Baseball and another case of National Treasures Football. Tuesday night, we'll do a half case of Heritage Baseball. It's the back half of a case. On Wednesday, that's a new release day. We'll have 2019 Topps Inception Baseball and 1819 Cornerstones Basketball. Those both come out on Wednesday. We'll break each by the full case, as well as 4 boxes of Origins Football First Off the Line, 2018 Origins First Off the Line, that I've been needing to break for a while. On Thursday, a 3-box inner case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. We're going to start on 2019 football Thursday night with 2019 Leaf Draft Football. These are the Hobby Blasters, so they're going to have 60 hits in that case. Here's the deal. They package the hits separately. Like, they're all inside the blaster, but like the hits are in a package, a pack by themselves, and then all the base cards are in sealed packs. So we're going to open just the hits, and then each team will get a handful of sealed base packs. Packs of base cards. Why can't I say that? You know what I'm saying. But let me know if that didn't make sense to you. Also, a case of Valiant Baseball and more National Treasures Football. That's all on tap for Thursday. So I guess that is all the news there. Now let's see what Latchman said to me here. What else do you find, Latch? You said some Tony Gonzalez and Peyton Manning rookie cards. You paid $20 for a big box of 1,000 cards, and it sounds like you got some really nice stuff in there. So congratulations, Latch. That is a heck of a deal right there. You got all that for, and who knows what else by the time you finish sorting it, right? So congrats on that, man. Nice finds. All right, that's it for me tonight. Thanks once again, everyone, for joining me. Appreciate you being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll be back at it on Monday night. So we'll see you then. Bye now.